How's it going, guys? It's your favorite entrepreneur, Elder Tony Williams. I'm a real estate investor, real estate agent, and I post content every single week here on the channel. If it's your first time, welcome. I highly recommend you go to the beginning of the channel, watch every single video from beginning to end, because each video gives you a little bit of knowledge on investing, business, and finance. With that, let's get into the video. So today I was feeling motivated on making a video on how to become successful. Not saying like I'm the pinnacle of success or anything like that, but it feels like I do know some of the key steps you can use in your everyday life and in business to push yourself to that next level that you've been looking for. And what might qualify me to say these things is at the age of 26, I've been able to grow my net worth substantially. And even being 26 with a positive net worth is amazing nowadays, just due to the fact on student loans bearing down the average millennial. So that is an extreme plus. But using these steps, I believe you can move your net worth into the positive realm or just become successful in general. Maybe you're not after having an extreme net worth or making a crazy amount of income. Maybe you just want to be successful in your life, in your everyday career. Step one, in almost every successful entrepreneur or person, they utilize this step and they've mastered this step, and that is discipline. Also known as keeping promises to yourself. You have to be disciplined. If you say you're gonna work out that day. You say you're gonna jog, make sure you jog that day. If you say you're gonna get something done, I don't care what it is, something as far as eating healthy, make sure you're disciplined enough to stay with it and stick with it. Not only is it gonna make, if you're eating healthy, working out, not only is that gonna make you feel better physically, but it's also gonna make you feel better mentally, just because you knew you were able to keep that promise to yourself and stay disciplined. One of the key discipline factors that I incorporated, or I was trying to start being disciplined on saving money out of every single paycheck when I had first got my first job at like the age of 17 or whatnot. I wanted to save a lot, but I knew only making $9 an hour, I wasn't gonna save a lot of money. So what I started off was like, all right, I'm gonna start off small. I'm only gonna save, $15 per week, and then I moved it up to $20 per week, and then, I moved it up from there to $50 per week, but it took time. I mean, it took so long just for me to be able to move from putting $15 to make it to $30 per week. But it was the habit of being disciplined and creating that habit every single week of putting money in that helped me go to the next level to be able to up how much I was putting into savings. And this was before I even started investing. I was just building up my savings and nest egg before I actually moved that into investment. So the first step is make sure you learn discipline. So this next step I learned later on in life, which it wasn't early. I mean, I was in my 20s, mid-20s when I started to learn this. Right now I'm 26, so possibly a year or two ago. That was actually planning every single day out the night before I go to sleep. So I wrote down right on my phone, I was able to put down the tasks I needed to complete for the following day. Not that same day when I woke up, but the following day, because it was already calm, I was in bed, I was able to sit back, think, and know exactly what I had to do the next day in order for that to be a successful day. Success doesn't happen all at once. It happens by these little bitty steps and measures you take by planning your day the night before and executing each little step one bit at a time, and then a year from now, then that's when you'll look back and say, hey, I've made a huge amount of progress just by planning my day the night before. Now, step number 3 in how to become successful, and some steps to make sure you do become successful, is at the end of each day, what you want to do is look back and make sure you have completed every single goal. So it kind of goes along with step number 2. So, the night before, you were actually planning what you were going to do that following day. Now, at the end of that day, what you want to do is look back and see all the tasks you were able to complete and make sure you were able to complete those. And if you weren't able to complete those, you want to move those on to the next day to make sure they do get done. And that's some key features you can use in your everyday life, planning the night before, and then at the end of the day, reflect on what you did that day, to make sure you did complete the tasks that were going to move you forward in your journey to becoming successful. Number 4 is set goals. I wasn't too big of a component of goal setting, and really didn't see the purpose of it until I actually started doing it. But I started doing it in reverse. So what I did is look at where I wanted to be in the next 2, 3, 4, or 5 years, and then I was like, okay, let me write down, how do I get to that level? What do I have to do yearly? What do I have to do monthly? What do I have to do weekly? And what do I have to do daily? And then when you break it down into very, very small bits and pieces, you'll see yourself reaching those goals just like that. Extremely easy. Instead of saying like I wanted to get to 5 units, 5 rental units. What I did is just set those goals up separately. At the end of this term, this is where I want to be. Then I broke it down into yearly, then I broke it down to monthly, then I broke it down to weekly, then I broke it down to daily. And just by completing little bitty tasks every single day, going back to step 2 and 3, writing it down, seeing what I have to do every day to get to that goal of hitting that 5 rental units, that's what I did in order to hit that level. Now I'm kind of working on the next level. I'm trying to get to 20 rental units now, and I did the same exact thing, broke it down. Where do I want to be in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and so on, and I break it down in little bitty chunks so I can get to that level. And then that's what you should do. Not only set the goal, but come up with a plan of execution that you can complete. And number 5, know what success looks like for you. Success for me can be something totally different from what it looks like for you. My success can be like, hey, I just want to live in a 3,000 square foot home, have a great family life, have a great work-life balance. Your success can be something different. You can want to be a billionaire. I can just want to be a multimillionaire. We can have somebody that just want to be a thousandaire, or whatever the case might be. A couple $1,000. Whatever success looks like for you, make sure you write it down and you know how to get to that goal. Because if you're just working, if you're making $100 million a year, but you have no work-life balance, is that success to you? Because it's not to me. Mine is having a work-life balance and actually making enough money to provide for my family and live a nice life, a beautiful life. Have 4 vacations a year. That's what success looks like to me. Everyone is different. And then this is what you want to do to make sure you are happy when you do reach that level. There's a lot of people that have a lot of money, but they're not happy because they don't know what success looks like for them and what makes them happy. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit like, comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm dropping videos like this every single week. I'm more of a financial channel. I just wanted to drop some quick videos on how to be successful. We're going to be diving into more financial tips later on in the channel. With that, I'll see you in the next video.